All right. What's up? Welcome in. Sorry for a little delay here, but yeah, we are here. We are back tonight doing another Gamecock talk with you guys. The Gamecock Chuck Power Hour, I guess what we're going. I don't know what we're going to call it. Oh, everybody laughed. Oh my God, they must have got tired of hearing my music play. But anyway, we're here. We're back. We're going to talk some Gamecock content. What's up, P Digit? Broken, how you doing? Um, as you saw in the title, we got one coach that's confused, and then we got one coach that is celebrated, that is honored today. That's right. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, as far as the second part, just a little while ago, Coach Staley had her statue unveiled right there in Columbia. So Coach Staley is forever part of Columbia, South Carolina, and a part of Gamecock Nation. That is right. Her statue was put up today and unveiled at the intersection of Senate Street and Lincoln Street. So next time I'm in Columbia, I'm going to have to slide by there and get a picture of it. Get a picture of it and just check it out. Another Gamecock great is immortalized there in Columbia. So deserving is Coach Staley, three-time national championship coach for the Gamecocks, numerous SEC Coach of the Year. I don't have all that written down. Numerous SEC Coach of the Year, National Coach of the Year, multiple SEC championships. Let's see if I can find it. 9 SEC regular season championships, 9 SEC tournament titles. She got seven trips to the Final Four. Like I said, 3 national champions. I mean, she so deserves to be, have her spot there in Columbia as a statue. How long we're going to have her remains to be seen, but she is being honored, recognized for all her accomplishments that she's brought to South Carolina, to the women's basketball, to the state of South Carolina. Before she got there, the program was in not good shape. Let's be honest. I mean, not really a whole lot going on in women's basketball in Columbia. When she got there, she's been there, 17 years, I think is what it said, her 17th season. I mean, she basically put South Carolina women's basketball on the map, to rival the likes of Gino, Kim, Tara Vanderveer, all these legendary head coaches, the still coaching. But she finally got her spot there in Columbia, and she probably don't care a whole lot about the whole limelight and the fanfare that comes along with getting a statue, but I think she deserves one. And it went up today, and it was unveiled. So, so if you ever in Columbia, swing by, like I said, swing by there and check it out. I definitely will next time I'm in Columbia. If I ever get back down that way, I'll make sure I swing through there and check it out. But pretty cool news when it comes to that. Like I said, she helped put South Carolina women's basketball on the map, man. So hopefully we'll be able to keep her for a long time. Like I said, who knows? Who really knows how long she will stay as the head coach? Hopefully we can keep her for a while, and she'll retire as the Gamecocks head women's basketball coach with many more national championships to come down the line. So what's up, Hope in Jehovah? How you doing? Broken, welcome. Let's see, Hope wants to know what's going on with the baseball team. I admit I'm not a baseball fan. I'll address that here in a minute. Broken Gregory said, even though Tiffany Mitchell should get one, she was recruited to start it all. Yeah, she was. So, yeah, I don't know what criteria you have to get a statue. I mean, Asia Wilson, one of the best, Gamecock. So she got one. Now Coach Staley's got one. I, I would probably venture to say Aaliyah Boston may get one. Who knows? I mean, I don't know how many statues we're going to put up. Probably, I think we should put up a bunch of them just to piss Gino Oriema off. Since he made that comment about putting up statues and stuff, around campus or around the stadium or whatever. So maybe we should put everybody out there as a statue. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, Tiffany Mitchell, I'd say yeah, she helped get it all started, and it's only gotten better since then. So, and it's gonna get better going forward. We're not slowing down. We're not stopping. We're not, we're not folding it all in and taking our basketball and going home. As long as Coach Staley's there, the Gamecocks will be a main staple in women's basketball. So you can go ahead and bookmark it, write it down, take a picture, record it, clip this, whatever the hell you want to do. But as long as Coach Staley is there, South Carolina's not going nowhere as far as women's basketball. What's up, Brock Lee? How you doing? Welcome in, sir. But like I said, great news on that front. What other women's basketball news is out there? I know Sarah Williams. I know South Carolina was in the running for her, or some people was hoping we'd get her as a big. She ended up committing to UConn, so that's not what we really wanted to see, but it is what it is. We can't get them all. We did, like I said in my last episode, we did get Medina Okot, so I'm very pleased with that. Transfer portal piece there. We got Tanaya Latson, she's coming in, and everybody else that goes along with the team that still is coming back. Raven, Tessa, Maddie, everybody's favorite player. What's her name? Miriam Dada. I mean, we got pieces coming back. Ashlyn Watkins coming back. Once she gets healed from her knee injury. Once she gets healed up from that, probably mid-year, we'll have her back as well. I didn't see that, Broken. He said Kylie's going to Ohio State. Who are we looking at? I don't know if anybody else that we're looking at, honestly. I haven't had time to dig into recruiting, man, so I couldn't tell you. I'm pretty pleased with what we got. I would probably be happy if we got another scorer, another wing player. And heck, I'd be happy if we got another post player, to be honest with you. Can't never have enough of them. But that's my wish list, I guess you could say. As far as names, I don't really have any that sticks out right now, but yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for next year. Just as always, I'm always excited for women's basketball. What's up, JD? How you doing, brother? Let me see something here. I'm gonna copy this and then paste it right there. Yeah, there's a link if anybody wants to get in. JD, if you want to come on, talk something, we can talk some basketball. If you'll talk some baseball, I'll get ready to touch up on that here in a little bit. If you want to come on and spread your knowledge with us, you're more than welcome. Just hit that link there. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked for next basketball season. I'm ready to get it going. Also, I know everybody's probably already heard Malaysia Fulwiley went to LSU. So I guess she likes coming in second or third in the SEC. So, hey, kudos to her. I'm not mad at her, if that's what she wanted to do. Okay. All right, no problem, man. No problem, man. I just figured I'd throw it up there for you. Um, I'm not mad at her if that's what she wants to do. Go do. Go do you. Um, go take care of your future. So I'm not mad that she went to LSU. So like I said, if they want to settle for second, third place, hey, go ahead. So, and like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of what happened there. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation surrounding that. And unless you know the family and you talk to Malaysia or her family or whoever's around her, you will never know the real truth as to what went down, whether or not she wanted to come back and Coach Daly told her no, or she never did want to come back, or who knows what the real truth is out there. But she's gone. We're gonna move on. We got pieces in place. Like I said, I'm not mad. We got Tessa, we got Maddie, we got oh my goodness, the young ladies coming in. I can't even think of their names right now. God almighty, I'm drawing a blank. Man. Agat McKeer, we got her. And then the other young lady. Oh my God, I can't think of her name. God almighty's gonna kill me now. But we got players coming in, man. Oh no, you talking about Tania Latson there, JD. I'm talking about the young freshman girl that's coming in. Oh man, that's gonna drive me crazy now. I have to look that up, unless somebody will be so kind to let me know what her name is until I find it. But we got a good recruiting class coming in for this year, as far as the women. So, like I said, I'm not worried about one player. I'm not worried about one player leaving the team. So let's see here. Let's see if I can pull it up. I know we got some good ballers. I know it. Ayla McDowell. There you go. That's the other girl. She's a scorer as well. So excited for them too, young ladies to get on campus. And like I said, I'm not sweating one young lady, deciding to go do her thing. We got to put people in place to get us where we want to go, which is back to the national championship. Like I said, we got Tessa, we got Maddie, we got Ayla, we got Agat, we got Tania Latson, we got Medina Okot coming in as well. We got Raven Johnson, we got Miriam Dada. I'm not too much worried, to be honest with you. So, like I said, best of luck to her at LSU. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about that. I don't want to beat that horse to death. So, but yeah, we're good to go. But the statue went up today, and JD asked about it. How about the statue? Yeah. Hold on, Steve Spurrier showed up. What are you talking about? I must have missed something. Surely he didn't think we was going to put a statue of him up. But I think it's well deserved. She's done a lot for South Carolina women's basketball. Brought us 3 national championships so far, multiple, like I said, 9 SEC championships. Put us out there, man. Put us out there, and has made us relevant and has made us competitive with the Genos of the world, the Kim Mulkeys, all the top women's basketball coaches out there that's out there right now. So I think it's well deserved there, JD. As far as the Steve Spurrier part, I did not hear that, so I may have missed that, but surely, like I said, surely he didn't think he was coming to see a Steve Spurrier statue being unveiled. I'm sure because him and Coach Daly, I think they got a pretty good, solid rapport, friendship from when, the time he was here. So I think he probably just came to support her and just just be here to show respect for her, for what she's done, during her time here at Columbia. So at South Carolina. So, but yeah, well deserved. And I guess we'll move on to my other. I titled this "Confused Coach and Celebrated Coach." We already covered the celebrated coach. Now let's talk about the confused coach, and that is none other than our head men's baseball coach. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how long he's been out of the game. I can't remember exactly when he left LSU, but surely he hasn't been out of the game this long to make an idiotic statement that he made, like he made the other day. Let me see if I can find it. Apparently, he said that he just underestimated the strength of the conference. That's something you don't want to hear from a baseball coach when you're trying to get back to relevancy, when you're trying to get back to what it was when Ray Tanner's here. You don't want to hear that coming out of a baseball coach and a baseball coach of his stature. It's been a head coach for a long time, a Hall of Famer. What, he got over 1,500 wins or whatever it is, national championship at LSU. And he's supposed to be reviving the program, but yet apparently he underestimated the strength of the conference. To me, that screams that maybe baseball is passed him by. Maybe this was a bad hire by Ray Tanner. Maybe it was one of them. I think I heard this on I think it was Jackpot Show or somewhere, that this was one of them, get your buddy paid kind of hires, I guess you could say. Has baseball, has it passed him by? Has the game passed him by? Because if he underestimated it in year one, I think we got him 3 years, I think is what he signed for. And if he underestimated it year one, God knows what we got to look forward to the next 2 years. So, like I said, maybe that was a bad hire on Ray Tanner's part. Maybe that's and I don't want to see the guy get fired right away. I'm all for giving people a chance, but don't come out and say something stupid like that to make the fans question, one, to hire, and two, your competency. It's head scratching when you read stuff like that, and I don't know. Maybe whoever put that out there, I think it was on 3. Maybe they took it out of context and said misquoted him or whatever. But if he in fact definitely did say that should raise some eyebrows from the boosters, the alumni, and the fans. Everybody. It should raise eyebrows. If you got a head coach that comes out and says that he underestimated the strength of the conference. But the SEC has been strong in baseball for a while. I mean, even when he was in the league. So how do you underestimate a conference that you coach in? I can see if you come into the SEC from the Big 10 or the Big 12 or the ACC or whatever, but he coached in the SEC. So it's mind-boggling whenever you hear your head baseball coach, the guy that's supposed to be resurrecting your baseball program and getting it back to where it was. It's kind of it makes you think, that's for sure. So, but I want to hear y'all's opinion. What do y'all think about that comment? Do y'all think maybe he's 60-some years old, 67, 68 years old, or something like that? Do y'all think baseball has passed him on? Do y'all think the game's just too forward from where he is, his mindset? I don't know. It kind of makes you wonder. So, but that was my confused coach on it, on my, as far as my title. So yeah, I want to know y'all's thoughts, man. Shoot, like I said, the baseball team's not doing well. I think we got just over 500 record or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I don't lost track of what our baseball record is, honestly. I know we got a losing record in the SEC. I think we've only won one series, Ole Miss, whenever they was number 11. So outside of that, we haven't took any series in baseball. We struggle midweek games. Our pitching is not being solid. Our hitting is not being good. So the baseball team is in a bad situation right now. We got Florida coming up this weekend, I believe. So yeah, we're 26-20 and 5-16 in the conference, and just ain't getting it done, man. We can't win away, and we're pretty solid at home, I guess you could say, 21-7. But definitely not what Gamecock Nation had hoped for with Paul Mainieri. And a lot of Gamecock fans wasn't too thrilled with the hire. Myself, I mean, I'm willing to give him a shot to see what he can do. I guess you could say I didn't care too. I mean, I guess you could say I wasn't negative about it. Let's just put it that way. Like I said, I wanted to give him an opportunity to see what he could do. Like I said, he's a Hall of Fame coach, a lot of wins and a national championship, and I figured he'd get us going in the right direction. But I think he's got 2 more years left on his contract. So if he keeps making these idiotic statements, I imagine he won't make it 3 years. At least I would hope not. As a Gamecock fan, I would hope we would not keep him around that long. Now, where do we go if we do get rid of him, or when he steps down? Is Monty Lee going to take the helm? Will they promote him as head coach? God, I hope not. I know a couple fans that say the same thing. Probably some in here that would probably love to see Monty Lee be the head coach of the baseball team, but I don't. I really don't. He couldn't get the job done at Clemson. I don't think he can get the job done at South Carolina. So, no, we don't want to grab no Monty Lee there, P. Digits. So, my thing is, in 3 years, Jeremiah Donati needs to have a baseball coach in mind. He needs to have a proven, well, Mainieri's a proven winner. He needs to have somebody that can relate to these young kids, that can recruit at a high level, that can develop pitchers, a staff that can teach these young men some plate discipline, the right approach at the plate, and somebody that can, like I said, can teach these young men how to hit. Because all around this team is, outside of Ethan Petrie, I don't know if there's anything else to be excited about as far as the baseball team. Maybe Brandon Stone, the young man that pitched a complete game the other day or the other week against was it Ole Miss? Maybe outside of that, I don't know what you're gonna hang your hat on as far as the baseball program right now in this state. So, like I said, Jeremiah Donati, whether Mainieri finishes out his 3-year contract or whatever it is, whether or not he finishes that out, or we got to look for a new baseball coach. Jeremiah Donati he might want to make a good decision, the right decision, and bring the right guy and staff into Columbia to get our baseball team really right and where it needs to be. Because right now it's not looking too good with the staff we got in Columbia as far as revitalizing, rejuvenating, resurrecting, whatever you want to say, to our baseball team. Yeah, I mean, Paul Maneri came in talking good things, talking about he's ready to get it back to where it was. He's got that win now mentality, which I like that. But it doesn't seem like that mentality is paying off. Doesn't seem like it's working right now. The buyout, I have no idea, P. Digits. I really couldn't tell you. I'm sure we didn't. I can't remember what his contract was. I'd have to go back and research it. But surely his contract wasn't astronomical. If it is, then Ray Tanner really hooked up his buddy. If it was something stupid and ridiculous as far as the price, I don't think he got that much. Like I said, that makes me wonder now what his buyout would be. See if I can look that up real quick. But whoever the next one's going to be, like I said, Jeremiah Donati better get it right, or there's going to be some questions being asked of him by the boosters, by the alumni, by the big donors and stuff. So, what's his name? Paul Maneri. That ain't how you spell it. Let's see if I can figure out what his contract. He is 67 years old. And, yeah. Trying to see if I can figure out what his contract was. But, yeah, he underestimated the league, and that's concerning. It is quite concerning. Here you go. Let's see, Paul. Yeah, $1.3 million is his salary. It's part of a 5-year contract. Holy shit. So we got him for 5 years. I thought it was only 3 years. Whoo. Oh, he ain't gonna earn no annual incentives, I can tell you that. Or he shouldn't anyway. Let's see if I can see what his retire is. Shit. One of these pay sites. See if I can find it. Either way, it's probably not too much as far as a buyout there. P digits, if I had to guess. Do they tell what it is? 1.3 million. It doesn't say. It doesn't say what his buyout is, or I can't find it. Probably not. It's probably not very much, or I wouldn't think it'd be too much. But either way, he's got 5. Well, they say he's got 5 years to figure it out, fix it, get us back right. Or it's time to move on. I think it's probably going to be time to move on. And I'd say 3 years. He's at 67 years old, and he's first year you underestimate the league. Yeah, I'd give him 3 years. If he don't have things straightened out and going in the right direction, he won't be here for 5. I doubt it. The one thing about his this year so far, and I guess you kind of have to give him a little leniency, is he came in and he really didn't get a chance to put a recruiting class together. He really didn't get to recruit, his type of players. So I guess if you want to give him some leniency, there's that. But, after this season, he got to hit the ground running. and get out there and make some headwinds with some good players, get some good talent in there. Maybe, like I said, maybe fix the staff and see what they can do in year two. But I'll give him that benefit of that. Like I said, I'll give him at least 3 years as the head coach. And then, like I said, if he's still underestimating the game and the league, it's time to cut ties and move on. In my opinion. So yeah, that's the confused coach. Like I said, anybody got an opinion on that? Let me know. Get in the comments. Make sure you guys are hitting that like and subscribe if you're new. I love talking to you guys, and especially when you guys are being active in the chat. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. Trying to do something here. No, it's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I want to do. No, definitely don't want to do that. But there's that. That's the baseball aspect of it. We covered the women's basketball. Softball, they struggled. They lost 2 out of 3 to Auburn this past weekend. They blew a 6-run lead in the 7th inning, I believe it was, after about a 2.5-hour rain delay. So the softball team got beat around a little bit this past weekend. Not sure exactly who they got coming up, but they took it on the chin this past weekend against Auburn, and they're still good though. They're still doing good. They still top 25 team, pretty solid team. Going to make the tournament, and NCAAs and all that stuff. Women's softball, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if they do. I guess they do regionals, but they're gonna make all that, and they're gonna probably make some noise in that. Hopefully, they get to host, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But football, I guess we can talk a little bit of football. We did pick up a defensive lineman from, was it Georgia Southern? Was it Tony Pike? I think it was. So we got another big body to go on the defensive line that we got in there. Trying to think if we got anybody else. I know the Porter brothers, they hit the transfer portal apparently. They hit the portal. So, and we had some Gamecocks get drafted in the NFL draft this past weekend. I didn't watch it. I don't care too much about the NFL. Plus, I was doing my side work, my side jobs that I do, try to make a little extra money. So I didn't really sit in front of the tube all day Friday or Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday, to watch the draft. But I do know that we had some Gamecocks get drafted in the NFL. Let me see if I can pull that list up as well. I know we had. Let's see here. Let me get it up before I start spewing off a bunch of nonsense. 2025 draft. Okay, we had 5 players go in the draft in the class or for the 2025 draft. The first one that came off the board was Nikki Minwari, and where did he go to? I know I saw it somewhere. Seahawks. He went to the Seattle Seahawks. They traded up to get him in the second round. Was it second round? Yeah, sounds about right. Going 35th overall. Kind of surprising that he slipped that far in the draft. I figured he was going to be probably mid to late first rounder, but hey, he got drafted. He's in the league. He's going to go do his thing in Seattle. He got drafted, and then a couple picks later, Buffalo picked up defensive lineman T.J. Sanders, 41st overall. probably about right what I figured. Probably second, third rounder for him. Um, Demetrius Knight, he went to the Cincinnati Bengals, number 49, round 2. So Cincinnati got him a gem there, in my opinion. Excited for Demetrius Knight. I think he's going to do good in the NFL. I think most of these guys are going to do good as well. I'm not just trying to single him out, but Kyle Kennard, he ended up going number 125th to the Los Angeles Chargers, and then Tonka Hemingway rounds out the 5 that was drafted. He went to the Las Vegas Raiders at pick number 135. So great right there. The 5 Gamecocks got drafted this year. Had several more that signed undrafted free agents. Rocket Sanders was one. God, there's another one too. I can't think of who it was. Dang it. It slipped my mind. There's several that signed undrafted free agents with teams. Just a chance to, try to make the roster, see if they can make a name for themselves. And as far as talent there, Debo Williams, Debo Williams, he's another one that didn't get drafted. So he's going to be going to probably several training camps and try to make a roster somewhere. So I'll be looking out to see where he ends up, as well as everybody else, try to keep up with them. But I guess the big headline, and I really didn't want to talk about this a whole lot, but I guess the big story of the draft was the whole Shedeur Sanders situation, falling from what everybody thought top 5 pick to 5th round. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff out there online. Probably several YouTubers have talked about this. And do we really know why he fell? I don't know. Some people said it's because he was arrogant and cocky and entitled, felt entitled, like, the league owed him something. But it could be that. It could be that. I think we're going to see, how humble he really is, getting drafted by the Browns in the 5th round. We're going to see how humble he is going forward, whether or not he can, prove everybody wrong as far as, what they said about him here lately, as far as why he fell so far down the draft boards, or as far as being drafted. But I don't know. I think they made a lot to do about nothing with him. I think if he had just went into, all his interviews and knocked them out the park and been humble and went in there and showed these owners and GMs and people that, interviewed him that he was ready to get to work and it's going to be all business, I think he wouldn't have failed so far. Yeah, they got him cheap. They sure did. But I think if he'd have done all that, he would have been fine. He would have been a top 20, top 10, top 5, top 10, top 15 draft pick. But think about it this way. If you own a company or you own a business, a Fortune 500 business, and that's what the NFL is, it's a business. They don't need you in the NFL. Okay? They don't need you. They got plenty of players out there. They don't need Shedeur Sanders. They got other guys out there that is willing and ready to go to work every day. So he just needed to come in there and be humble, man. That's all. And we're gonna see what he's made of. We're gonna see what he's made of, and whether or not he can take over the quarterbacking job for the Cleveland Browns, because they got a stack of quarterbacks. But they got Kenny Pickett. They got what's his name? Deshaun Watson. They got Dylan Gabriel. They picked him up a few rounds before they picked Shador up. So they got about five quarterbacks in that room. So we'll see if he can come in there and be humble and get to work and want to earn a spot as a starting quarterback in the NFL. So yeah, they got like five quarterbacks in that room. So a lot of them. So we'll see where he's at. We'll see where his mind is going into training camp and what he can do, whether or not he can climb that depth chart. I did read something that really, really irritated me, man, when I read it. I know I'm just a country YouTuber on here and, just spitting my opinions. But I read something on X, and I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently Deion Sanders was wanting to go with Shador on his first interview, his first meeting with the Cleveland staff, I guess the coaches and GMs and owners. And I got this off of Twitter, man. It was posted the other day, and I can't remember who posted it, but he said he has a few theories about why this happened, but he's not going to give y'all a headline. Like this ain't giving people a headline already. He said, I'll address the current situation and correct it as needed. I promise it will be handled accordingly. Shador does not take no backseat to any quarterback. But yet he's wondering why his kid got drafted in the 5th round when you put out stuff like that. He needs to let Shador be a man. Let him go handle the situation. And Deion needs to get back to Colorado and try to get that team, I guess, going in the right direction or whatever. He's got a lot more problems on his hand at Colorado than worried about why his son, why he feels like his son got slighted or why he thinks that, his son's better than the rest of the quarterbacks on the Browns or whatever. But that's why I got that offline the other day, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, what is this? Are we playing Pop Warner football now? I mean, I thought this was the NFL. Why do you need daddy, or why does daddy need to go speak up for a young man? You're technically a grown-ass man. You're in the league now. You already graduated high school. You already graduated college. Well, I guess you graduated. Your daddy don't need to hold your hand and go talk to no owner or no coaches or anything to find out anything. It's time for him to step up, be a man, and go handle business, get humble, and go play ball. It's like, what is it, Cam Ward? I guess he wanted Cam Ward to do a rap video or something with him, and Cam Ward said, nah, he's not about all that. He's here to play football. He ain't about no dang doing no videos and shit. And that's the mindset Shador needs. He needs to quit with the childish, I guess you say childish stuff, and get to work, man. You're a grown-ass man now. You're a grown man. Get to work. You're in the NFL. All right, you ain't playing Pop Warner. You're not playing flag football. You're not at the rec. You're not at the YMCA. You play out there with grown-ass men, okay, to get paid every day. They provide for their family. They out there providing for their family. They don't care nothing about what your daddy's got to say. They don't care nothing about your draft situation. They're there to feed their families. And if you can help them, great. If you can't, then they don't have time for it. So it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I read that. And some of the things that I heard online and read talking about it, or some people are throwing the race card out there. Come on, dude. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Because we all know, man, I mean, it's no secret or nothing. Anybody who's got any common sense knows that about 85, 90, 95% of the league is made up of African-American athletes. that puts asses in the seats every Sunday, that drive these people, working class people, to spend their money on PSLs and season tickets and suites and travel to get to away games. Race had nothing to do with it. Okay, I find it hard to believe that race had anything to do with it. As far as that, I think it's more a Shedeur Sanders issue and not a race issue. That's just my opinion. Y'all can say what you want about me. That's fine. Y'all don't know me, so I like to get on here and share my thoughts and opinions on Gamecock stuff and things like this. But I honestly, truthfully, I do not believe it's a race issue. I think it was more of a sense of entitlement issue, a feeling that you think you are above everybody else kind of issue. So if he humbles himself and gets to work, I think he'll be all right, because he does have talent. I'm not gonna lie. I can sit here and bash the kid all I want, but it'd be a lie. The kid's got talent, and if he puts in the hard work and he forgets all this nonsense that happened previous to the draft, he'll be okay. He'll be okay in the NFL. I believe it. I do. I believe that. But don't come at me with no race stuff, man. That makes absolutely no sense. Because if the league was racist against him, Cam Ward wouldn't have got picked number one. Okay, but the difference between Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward has worked for everything that he's got. He went to, what was it, Incarnate Word? Wasn't even ranked. Didn't have no stars, I don't believe. He went to Incarnate Word, worked his ass off, transferred to Miami, worked his ass off. Now he's in the league, number one pick overall. Shedeur Sanders, born into maybe royalty. I don't know if that's what the right word, but born into a good situation. His dad, hell of an athlete, two-sport athlete. Got everything right at his disposal. He just did he put in the work? He probably put in some of it, but there's a big difference between Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, in my opinion. And I think the one that got drafted first overall deserves it. I truly believe that. When you put in the hard work and the effort, and you have to bust your ass for everything you get, you deserve to be rewarded like that. So I got no problem with the way the draft went, the way it went down, how far he slid back. I really don't. I'm not a huge NFL fan anyway to start with, but I really don't have a huge issue with that. So, but like I said, we'll see if he can get to working. And like I said, just humble himself a little bit. A little bit of humility will go a long ways in life. So, but yeah, that's all I want to say about that. Like I said, that's another reason why I didn't watch the draft, because all that nonsense. But anyway, that's it for that. I appreciate everybody for watching. I know Carolina Jackpot and Rob is getting ready to come up in it a little bit. What's up there, Nate? Here and there. But hopefully I can get back on here and do a good show next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, one of them nights. Depends on which one works best with my schedule. But hopefully we can get back to doing these shows and put another one out next week. Yeah, so We talked about the baseball program. We talked about the football program, the basketball. Oh, the women's basketball we did. We didn't talk about the men's program. Cam Scott decided to take his name out of the transfer portal, and he's coming back to South Carolina. So not bad there. Got him back. We also picked up another commitment too from Moravian Prep. Oh God, I had it somewhere. Abu Yarma, I think that's how you say his name. Abu Yarma, or something like that. He committed to South Carolina, class of 25. Looks like a solid shooter. Like I said, he went to Moravian Prep with Eli Ellis. He looked like a solid player. He didn't look like he had a whole lot of offers coming out of high school. I think he was committed to High Point. And I guess Lamont, with everybody hitting the portal and losing some of the ones that were committed, what's his name? Eagle Steph, or whatever his name was, that went to West Virginia. I guess he wanted to give the young man a shot. Like I said, the highlights are some of the highlights that I've seen of him. I really like his game, and excited to have him on board. But I think his name is Abu Yarma. I think that's his name. I had it somewhere. I can't remember where it was now, but that's the news on the men's basketball front there. So not a whole lot going on as far as men's right now. But I think we touched on just about everything I wanted to touch on. P. Digits said you on this weekend. I don't know, P. Digits, to be honest with you. I might try to reach out to JD and see if we can do a show together. See if he wants to put a show together and get on here and just talk some junk, I guess, talk some Gamecock stuff, some nonsense, if he wants to do it. So I may get back on. I don't know. My week and weekends are always crazy as hell. Nate, he said he's sick again. All right, man. I'll be praying for you, brother. Upper respiratory infection. Wow. Yeah, man. Take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. Make sure you follow your doctor's orders, and like PG said, drink lots of fluids and get yourself rested up, and get back out there, man. But I definitely will be praying for you, and I hope it all clears up for you, and get you back right and back on your feet and going, doing your thing. So, but I think I covered everything I want to cover. I got to come up with some good show ideas, and like I said, I want to get JD and try to get a couple people to come on here with me and help me with some of these live shows. And I'd like to have a few of y'all, jump on as well. So I think that'd be kind of cool to do that as well. But I got to try to get some ideas together on what to talk about. Normally I just shoot from the hip, it seems like, and just rattle on and on and on. So, but I managed to do it for about an hour. So I don't know. I don't know if it was informative or good or whatever, but make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Share this video, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see what I got lined up this week. Maybe I can get back on here this weekend and do a live show or whatever. And but yeah, it's an antibiotics pill suckers. Some of them pills, man. You kind of wonder. You kind of wonder who in the world makes these things, and why do they think humans are should be able to swallow something like that? But I guess I'm very fortunate. I don't get sick a whole lot. Don't have to go to the doctor very often. So knock on wood. So, but like I said, I'll be praying for you there, Nate. I hope you get better, buddy. And maybe next time I come on here, you'll have some good news and you'll be up and about and putting out more videos and stuff like that. So, but I will get out of here. I'm running over a little bit. I know Jackpot and Rob should be coming on. So I'm going to check out their live and hang out and listen to their banter and stuff. So, but I appreciate everybody that stopped by. Didn't have my buddy Scott tonight. What's up with that? He must have missed the show. I guess because I come in too late. Didn't have him or David. But P. Digits is here. JD, Nate, Broken, Hope, and Jehovah. Appreciate all you guys, man. I really do. And I hope y'all have a good rest of your week. And who knows? I may be back on here this weekend. If so, I look forward to seeing you then. Make sure you hit all them buttons, like, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.